Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings. I pray that all is well and you all are in the best of health and spirits. It is your sister, DeNise Renee Muhammad, and our brother Sean Ali. And we're coming today for our health and wellness power hour. And our topic today is brain games. So we're going to get into that. Brother Sean, how are you? Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. All is well. No complaints. No
That's
complaints.
right. Praise be to Allah.
Yeah.
Praise be to Allah.
Praise
So,
be. Allah.
yes, as you all come in, go ahead and share the video. Share the video. Sharing is caring. And we're going to get into this today for our Health and Wellness Power Hour about brain games. And and we'll talk about what that is. Brother Sean brought a concept, well, not a concept, but something he learned in regards to excitotoxins. So let's get into that. And what are excitotoxins, Brother Sean?
Shoot. It's a good question. It's a food-based reaction that happens in our brain. But before we get to that part, let's go because that's not the fun part, man.
Right, right.
That's the technical. We get into all those fancy words and stuff like that. So that ain't. Let's do the fun and exciting part first. Then we can come to that old boring stuff. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
right, because it's a game, so we looking at the games as fun. Unless you lose it, most games are fun, but there's no losers in this game. It's only
Right.
winners. So but when we are looking at this subject, out of all of the things that we talk about, even while we're in the midst of this current pandemic and the aftermath of the vaccinations and things like that, nobody is discussing the brain. They're
Right.
talking about all these foods, all these herbs, supplements, medicine that you can take to have an effect on your body, but we don't talk about we led by the head.
Right. It's like a disconnect. Like nothing operates in the body without the brain.
No, exactly. No, because this is when we get to the basic, you got the central nervous system, which is that electrical highway that
Right.
for all the muscle movement and voluntary and involuntary muscle movement, it happens off of the central nervous system, right? So
Right.
fight or flight, happiness, all of that happens on this highway. And each one of these vertebrae, they lead neurons to every part of our body.
Right.
So if you want to wiggle your toes, that message comes and it travels down to these vertebrae right here that have those neurons coming down, branching off into your feet that allows you to wiggle your toes.
Right. That's the real information highway, right? The spine, the central
So if you
nervous
have
system.
something going on, right? Let's go with the toes. Say you stub your toe, it will send a signal up to that vertebrae and you will say, "Ow, I hurt my toe." So just like signals can come from specific parts of the body to the brain, we can return a signal to that same part and control it.
Right.
Right. Right. So, and that's when we looking at what's going on in this part in anything in our body, respiratory system, cardiovascular system, liver, digestive system, reproductive system. We metabolism, right? Sis, can
Right.
you put up that
That
picture real quick?
slide.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
See, we gonna have this is the fun. I like this part because this is the fun and exciting part right here. So look at this, family. Everybody take a look at this diagram. We are looking at the endocrine system. And even though the pituitary gland has been called the master gland, it's actually the hypothalamus that is the master gland because the pituitary gland acts off of responses from the hypothalamus. So when you're looking at this diagram, you will see that from your hypothalamus, you have a group of hormones that it sends to the target, which is the anterior or the posterior pituitary gland. And from there, you got growth hormones, which go to the liver, prolactin, which goes to your mammary glands, which allows you to breastfeed, your thyroid gland, which your metabolism, your adrenal glands, you're getting the cortisol, your ovaries for your estrogen, your testes for your testosterone, and then that's off the anterior side of the pituitary gland. The
Right.
posterior, we have vasopressin, which goes to the adrenal glands, and we have oxytocin. All of this comes from the brain. So when we are looking, the one that keeps us preoccupied, this distraction, is the one that goes to the adrenal glands, that ACTH, that corticotropin, that goes to the adrenal glands. That's the stress axis, that hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenal axis. All right,
Right.
so
Let me remove this
yeah.
slide.
That's the stress axis. So when we are preoccupied, distressed, distracted, in doubt, fear, angry, we automatically activate. It's automatic. See, this is that central nervous system. You have two main gears. You have parasympathetic and sympathetic. You have, but
Right.
we don't control the sympathetic. That's autopilot. The parasympathetic we control. So those neurons are branching off of this. So when we are looking at the brain games, the hypothalamus, let me write that down.
Yes.
The hypothalamus sends hormones to the pituitary glands, which sends hormones to the body to get the body to do what it needs to do. Growth hormones growth hormones come from your hypothalamus to your pituitary gland to your liver, right?
Right.
How many have problems with your thyroid? Sisters, that's usually a sister problem. Your thyroid comes from here, right? The thyroid stimulating hormone comes from here. When we're looking at your estrogen, what it takes for you to be a woman, the shape of your ovaries, the shape of your reproductive system, the condition of it, it comes from your hypothalamus. Men, brothers, we are dying with testicular cancer, low testosterone,
Wow.
prostate cancer. That comes from right here. This is the control center.
Right.
Man, come okay. I see this is fun and exciting. Y'all gotta forgive your brother there because I'm a neuroscientist. We have broken down the brain, right? We have, so we can know it. And once we know it, okay, if I know this, now I can use it. So you mean I can produce the hypothalamus? Let me back up 1 second. I'm sorry. You can jump in at any
Yes.
time.
Yes.
The hypothalamus is controlled by thoughts, right? The HPA axis is on that list because normally we need cortisol for your blood pressure, for your heart, for your cardiovascular system, for your health and wellness. Cortisol is an integral part of our body, right?
Right.
All of those things are integral parts. And when we are living right, it's normal operations. When we emotionally hijack our brain, it emotionally hijacks our body, and we are stuck on the HPA axis. So all of those other things on the diagram are shut off.
Shut down. Right.
And we wake up in that axis. We wake because that alarm, when that alarm wakes you up, you wasn't ready to get up. Your
Right.
body has to use the HPA axis to break you up out of the sleep. It's called the cortisol awakening response. Right? But
Wow.
the
So we
cortisol
need a
awakening,
certain amount of stress to get
yes,
up.
because cortisol is your fight or flight. So that's energy, right?
Right.
So cortisol replaces glucose. So when you're under normal operating procedures, your mitochondria is using oxygen and glucose to make your energy. So your heart is beating, your lungs are breathing, you're able to move. Under fight or flight, we don't have enough glucose in our body. That's sugar. We don't have, so the body now has a equally powerful ingredient, cortisol and adrenaline, fight, aggression, power, and flight. Right?
Right.
That's what wakes us up. So if I don't know how to control my brain, I'm waking up under stress. We're constantly getting triggered, right? The commute, the job, we are constantly we are surrounded by triggers. If I
Right.
don't know how to control this, I will lose control of this combination.
Yes.
Right? I won't, not only will I not be able to tell my body how to fix itself, I might not even be able to do normal activities. Now I can't walk as good, see as good, hear as good, smell as good, taste as good, touch as good. My body is slowly disconnecting and deteriorating from everything that's not involved with the HPA axis. So when we're looking at these brain games, the game is between me and autopilot.
Yes.
Hey, so look, this is where, hey, one more time, sis, because everything that you have we can relate for the picture, please.
Yes. Okay. Let's break it up.
Because this is the brain game. So this is the board. When we look at the Monopoly board, the chess board, the checkerboard, the backgammon board, this is the board right here. So this is normal operating procedures, what we see on this diagram. This is how, when we aren't stressed out, when we are in control, when we are living a righteous, upright life, this is normal operating procedures. When we don't, if we shut down any one of these axes, that's what's going on with you. Your breast prolactin is for your breast milk. Vasopressin is for your heart and your cardiovascular system. Growth hormones, we stop growing and developing, and now we deteriorate and we break down, right? The testosterone, we are suffering with a lack of testosterone in men and estrogen. This is our body. So anything that could be going on it's on one of these axes that's impaired. All right, sis,
Right.
you
Okay.
can, you can.
Yes, sir.
So, since we are in the brain, right? That we got since we in
Right.
the brain, because I know y'all want to hear from our sister, and we gonna be ready to pass the mic
Pass
right
the
to her, right?
baton, right? Yes, sir. Yeah, so that's what, the essential oils, aromatherapy goes directly to the brain.
Yeah,
Our sense of smell is the only one of our senses that's connected directly to the brain. As soon as you inhale the vapors of the essential oil, that goes directly to your limbic system, the limbic system of your brain.
yes,
And it can, essential oils have constituents that can either stimulate you, excite you, or calm you down, that your central nervous system. So it is definitely key to wellness.
yes, yes. And this is right here with you. This is this is the brain games. This is the
Right,
board. We got different boards for the brain. Now on this game, so we looking at these are your five major senses: taste, touch, smell, sight, hearing. This is how
right.
you can get something inside of you, right?
Yes,
So this is the longest. Oh, excuse me. Taste is the longest, right? In order.
right,
Taste takes the longest because it's coming from your stomach to your bloodstream. It's further away. It's the furthest away from your head. This is the
right,
brain, right? So the stomach is the furthest way. The ears are right there. That's how close your hearing is. Sight is the occipital, smell, and touch, right?
right,
All five of this one, this one, and this one, they are filtered before they can be dispersed through the brain. They go through the thalamus. See, we have the hypothalamus. Hypo means below. So the hypothalamus is right here. The pituitary glands are right there. Taste, touch, sight, and hearing, they are filtered through the thalamus before they are projected through the rest of the brain.
right.
Smelling is the only sense that is not in it. If you have the
Filtered.
if you have the right element, like the essential oils, they go right through the blood-brain barrier. See, the brain
Right.
is protected.
Mm-hmm.
That those essential oil molecules, they are small enough to
To
go
get
right
past
through
it.
that. Oh,
Right.
see, and because they are natural, the body isn't even trying to fight them.
Fight it. Exactly. Come on
See,
now, you teaching.
see, when you swallow that medicine and it goes through your digestive system, it's considered hostile. It's
Right.
considered poison. So your liver might reject it. Your body might reject it, and it causes rashes and itching and swelling and all these other things
Right.
throughout
Inflammation. Yes.
the right. So when you hear something, yes, it's power. You can hear God, you can hear prayer, you can hear the gospel, the good word. But after that hearing is over, there is nothing. There's no substance. You can see something and it hits your and it can affect you, but once you stop seeing it, you're only relying on your memory of it, right? Your recall of it,
Right.
right?
Right.
Something can touch you. Oh man, and you looking for that touch again. But if that touch ain't around, what you gonna do?
Right.
Essential oils. Come on, sis. Come on, sis.
Yes, those essential oils, and it actually helps you to remember. Your
Mm.
sense of smell helps you to remember things. So yeah, they are powerful, powerful, natural, like Brother Sean was saying. It's natural, so the body, the brain is not fighting it. Doesn't have that barrier.
No, no. If you go get a liver transplant right now, right, or a kidney transplant right now, a lot of people go through that. They look for a donor, find a perfect donor. A lot of times it's their own family, which is beautiful. You can have the best surgeon, the best hospital. The surgery was bam, but your body has to accept that new kidney. It will
Mm,
your body attacks that new kidney. Your immune system thinks that that new kidney is a poison.
a foreign object.
Okay, okay,
Right.
and you got it from your son. Listen, you got it from your daughter.
Right.
So the point is, the essential oils aren't attacked. The body accepts. It opens up for the essential oils.
Exactly.
Come
Exactly.
on, man. We cooking it. I told you.
Powerful.
Let's go to the fun part first, sis, before
Yes,
we get
sir.
to that boring
That
stuff.
heavy stuff. So, Brother Bilal, excuse me, he asked, so is that why I can recall a smell from my youth? Yes, sir. Exactly. Exactly.
Yep. Yep.
That's exactly why.
Yep. Smelling is because you can't see smells. You can't hear, you can't see sound, but you hear it almost immediately.
Hmm.
Smelling, it might take, you don't know if it's good or bad. Then you get in the midst. Oh man, or so smelling, the sense of smell is different because we can't see it, so the body treats it different.
Right.
You feel? So yeah, but that's a part of that memory recall.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Awesome. Awesome.
So we you got. I'm sorry. Go ahead, sis. You was ready to say something.
Oh, no. I was, go ahead.
Now we know that 22 seconds. We got
Two
to
and
say that.
2 and 2.
We got to say. I didn't hear you say that.
Right.
Yeah, 22
Within
seconds.
22 seconds of inhaling those vapors, it goes directly to your limbic system.
Yes. Now, right here, about right here on the brainstem, and matter of fact, if you can see that bundle of neurons and that bundle of neurons, that's the vagus nerves, and they extend off of the brainstem right here. And vagus, right? It means to wander. Listen, this is the name.
Right.
That's
Wow.
what. Huh?
No, I was just like, wow, I didn't even realize that's what it meant.
That okay? Because see, when they named parts back then, they named them either for their purpose or what they look like. It's a
Right.
part of the brain called the lentil, and because it looked like a lentil bean. So that's what they
What?
call it. Yeah. So it's a part of the brain named after the lentil bean, right?
Wow.
So it's a part where the pituitary gland sits at. It's called the saddle, and it's just because it looks like a
It's
saddle.
like a saddle.
Right. So the brain is named off of its functions. So that vagus nerve is about right there on the brain stem, but it's called wander because it wanders from here to your heart, to your digestive system, to your reproductive system.
Right.
All of this. So when you stimulate it, right? When these are stimulated, and you're looking to control your heart rate, your blood pressure, your digestive system, your hunger, your reproductive system, I'm sexually aroused, these organs are stimulated. So remember the central nervous system, that power This is where the power is at, in the frontal lobe. So when
Right.
these systems are activated, that power now travels down the spinal column to those organs to activate them. The vagus nerve doesn't go down the spinal column.
Right.
Oh, hold up.
What?
Or the rest of them is here. This thing, it wanders from here all the way down. Guess how you activate your vagus nerve? Deep
Breathing.
nasal breath.
Breathing.
So when you take that essential oil, come on, sis. How you
Right.
come
Or
on?
this inhaler
Mm,
that I have. Just put it up to your nostrils and take
mm.
a few deep breaths in. Hold it for 4 seconds and out. And that will help to stimulate that vagus nerve.
Yes.
So simple.
Come on, man. And you would take control of your blood pressure. You
Right.
will take control. God, listen, God created it like this so you can have control over yourself. This is the 10th cranial nerve. God put the cranial nerves together. This is the 10th cranial nerve. And it is designed to give you and I control over our body.
Wow.
If remember we talked about the sympathetic, parasympathetic.
Yes.
This is your key. This is your key to stop fight or flight, to stop the reactions of fear, anger, sadness, depression.
Right. Powerful.
Man, and all you got to do is breathe.
Breathe. And add some essential oils to the mix.
Man, you out here looking for balls. You out here looking for bladder whack and this, and you trying to make water. You spending hundreds of dollars on all of this stuff to use during taste. And this takes the longest to affect your body because it has to be digested, taken
Right.
apart, dispersed, used, and the waste removed. There is no waste with essential oils.
That's right.
Come on.
No waste.
There's nothing to remove.
Right. And it's not stimulating your digestive system. If you just inhale it, it is not stimulating that.
It's turning it off. you are inhaling it to turn it
Turn it
off.
off. Right.
Look, you ready to
Exactly.
go to your job, right? You ready to go to work. And you know the people at work don't live like you.
Right.
You hear about boosting your immune system, boosting. Well, look, you can boost your nervous system by inhaling the essential oil before you walk in the building.
Right.
See, this is preventive. So now
Preventative.
I'm here. Now I'm in control when I walk in. So now when things come, pop, pop, pop. Oh, I'm like yeah.
Right.
I'm thinking of that.
Can properly respond and be rational, take control of the situation.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing.
Right.
Y'all like Brother Sean? Why you always smiling and stimulated and happy? Because I know how to control brain games. I'm in here. I
Right.
don't just exercise for my arms. I exercise my brain. Practice taking charge of my post in all
Right.
temporal property and
Property
view,
in view.
so I can walk my post in a perfect manner, keeping always on
Always
the
on the
alert.
alert.
I
That's
can't be
right.
on the alert if I'm on the HPA axis because my thyroid shut off, my growth hormone shut off, my test. If I'm a man, my testosterone is shut off. If I'm a woman, my estrogen is shut off. My body is shut off. So I can't
Right.
walk my post in a perfect manner, keeping always on the alert. I'm not receiving, obeying, or passing on
Passing on
because I can't
anything.
hear under the HPA.
That's right.
I'm sorry. Hey, sis, I'm not having fun, man. You know,
Yes,
I
it's
apologize. You know,
awesome. That's fine. Yes, sir. Right on time. That's right on time.
but this is the brain games, and because see, when we're looking at this taste before we, because see, when we're looking at this and what Sister DeNise opened with, there's something called what's that? Those
Right.
excitotoxins.
Excitotoxins.
Excito. Oh, look at that name. When you see the O, that's the connective word. So that means it separates the words when you see the O in these medical words. So you got excite and you got toxins. Woo! This is dealing with the brain.
Right.
So when you eat, and this is dealing with something called glutamate, found naturally in food. Naturally in natural food.
Right.
I know we got the GMO, non-organic, no, it's in process as well as natural food. This is one of the reasons why we are taught in the Nation of Islam that every meal has poison in it, so we eat no more than one meal a day to allow the
Right.
body to digest and to remove the poison. So science, we now know that we have something called glutamates when you overeat. These are amino
Mhm.
acids, protein. Okay, now we got these high
Right.
protein diets, right? So glutamate, it hits the neurons on the brain and it excites them to the point that they become toxic.
Wow.
I can't even make this stuff up, man. Listen, I can't even make. And Sister DeNise know because I ain't know about this until not that long ago.
Right.
And I called her and I was like, "Hey, you know they got something called excitotoxins, right? That
Wow.
you amino. This is protein. So when we don't have the right diet, this is why we wanted to talk about brain games because you don't need to go through your stomach to affect your body. Everything that they tell you you can do with a food or a supplement or a drug, you can do with your thought.
Right.
You what? You don't believe me? Okay, hold on. I'm a physiotherapist. So that's physiology is the movement of your
Of your
parts.
body. Right.
Right. So let's stop moving right now. We're going to just make it easy. We're going to stop moving for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did your body move?
No.
So that means your body doesn't move unless you want it to move. If I don't know how to move it, now that might be what we dealing with. We don't know how to move it into healing, health, and
And
wellness. I can
wellness.
move it to get that bag. I've been chasing the bag, right?
Right.
Hey,
It's about intention.
knowledge of self. So,
Yes.
and that this surface items that we are hitting, generalizations that, of course, each of us are individuals, and that's where we get into the specifics at because all of us aren't on the same level. We don't have the same orientation of our thought process, and
Right.
that's what makes us. That's what makes it fun. So this
Right.
is the generalization. How you use it will be specific to you and what you need or want. That's what me and Sister DeNise are here for the specific. Let you know that we know what we're talking about. let you know that what we are talking about is based on science and not just our opinions.
Our opinion, right?
Right. And we try to make it fun and easy. The brain games, family.
Right. And practice
What
what
game
we
you playing?
preach. Yeah.
Right.
Yes, sir. Praise be to Allah. This has been wonderful, wonderful talk today and some good interaction. We
Sis,
appreciate,
what
yes,
you didn't give
yes.
us an oil though.
Okay,
You told us what
lemon,
to do. Okay.
yes, lemon essential oil is very good for detox. We're talking about excitotoxins.
Right.
Lemon essential oil is cleansing, it's uplifting, refreshing. Also, if you're overstimulated from all those excitotoxins, lavender will
Ooh.
calm your central nervous
Ooh.
system. Yes.
We didn't talk about that part.
Right.
That was
That'll
your
be
part. But
next week.
that's your side though. That's good.
Yeah. Right. So
Wow.
that will lavender is very calming. It's a relaxant, so it will help to, bring you back to center, so to speak.
Mm. Mm.
Yes,
Mm.
sir.
Hey, next week, family. Hey, we're gonna do a business show next week because it's tax season.
Oh yeah.
I filed mine last night. Man,
You
listen.
didn't waste no time.
Oh man, I got the one piece of paper I was waiting on in the mail
Right.
yesterday. I swear I finished at 1:30
Wow.
and I was happy. It's like, okay, bow, I'm going to
Yes.
keep it. And then I heard a beep in the middle of the night because I filed electronically, said the IRS has accepted your
All
So
right. That's
let's do
good.
a Sister DeNise is not just an aromatherapist.
That's right.
She's
And
a
I've recently added professional tax preparer. I'm glad you brought that up to my repertoire, as they say.
see. I was gonna call you or hit you last night and say let's do that today, but
Okay.
all praise is due to Allah.
Praises be to
Yeah,
Allah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Everything
next
is
week we're gonna do. We want to let's present this business. Hey man, tax season is coming. We you don't need an LLC to be a business owner. Matter of fact, you can declare sole proprietorship in all 50 states without having a business. Like all you need is the tax form. Okay, and
come
now
on.
what that does is opens the door. All of those bills that you paid throughout the year,
Right
that
off.
food that organic food you've been buying, those you can recoup some of those expenses. Okay, now listen, that's
All
next week.
right.
All right
Next week.
now.
Tune in. Tune in. The science of business.
Yeah.
All right, family. Thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate you. Appreciate your interaction. And tune in next week. If it be the will of Allah, we will be back for the Health and Wellness Power Hour Business Edition.
Yes.
All right. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Brother Sean.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Yes, sir. All right.